Conversations around teaching and learning are some of the most important that we can have within our school district. It's these foundational discussions which help guide where our students are going to go and what skills they'll master. But what we found is that we're not always using the same vocabulary. So this is a little primer on the vocabulary that we're going to commonly use within the district to have these important discussions and bring teacher voices to the table around what and how we teach in Batavia Public Schools. This all starts with the standards. Standards are often given to us by the state or other national organizations, and those standards are really the map for that particular discipline. When we look at the state standards and when we look at national standards, they give us that map, but we have to make sense of that map. We have to look at the legend, we have to make sure that we understand where we're going and what's being asked of us, and that is really important work. A firm foundation in the standards leads to future success for our students. The process that we use in Batavia Public Schools to fully understand those standards and make sure that we have a shared collective understanding of them is the learning ladders process, where we break down that standard into its skills going up the ladder in terms of complexity to reach that standard. This helps us in all sorts of fashions in terms of assessment later on, but it's an important first step in the curriculum process. Based on these standards, we have local control in order to develop our curriculum. This curriculum is not developed by a textbook company. It's not developed by one person. It's really a collective and shared responsibility for developing this based on the map that we're given in the standards. You can think of the curriculum as the journey or the trip that you're going to go on, really mapping that out where we want all students to go. Ken Williams, in his modules, we learned that that is the crown. What is the crown that we're looking for? That really is our curriculum where we want all students to achieve. The curriculum has various parts to it that are best practice. We've seen over time that there are about 12 pieces to any curriculum that we develop, but these don't happen overnight, and they're in a continual process of revision. That's why we need teacher voice as a part of this process, is that we're continuing to refine the curriculum based on the data that we have and the students that are in front of us each and every day. That curriculum really is driven by assessment, and assessment is a key part of that. Whether it's formative or summative, that assessment drives our instruction. That curriculum, that map, that journey that we're going on is only informed by our students, and they help really shape what we're going to do each and every day. That assessment really can tell us where we could skip over pieces or where we need to really target and refine some skills or even fill in some skills that might be missing in our students. That's the information that we get from assessment. When we look at that assessment driving instructional planning, that really is the domain of the collaborative team. The collaborative team should be using assessment results and the curriculum, that map or that journey, to really drive where they're going to go each and every day. That's your itinerary for the day, is what the teacher team, that collaborative team, is responsible for doing, is they know their students best, so they're going to plan that instruction each and every day. The resources are there to help support that journey. They should align with both the map and the journey and that daily plan or that itinerary for your trip. Those instructional resources shouldn't drive your trip, but they should really support that trip. These are important components of curriculum. There's more information on the website, so you can look at the What is the Curriculum document for more information about the common vocabulary used within Batavia Public Schools.